What's the best way to ruin a perfectly good bout of depression? Lock down your sleep schedule. I can't stress enough how much this helped me. Go to sleep and wake up at the same time every day. I've come to the slow realization that my career doesn't bode well with my mental health. Being a chef the last 10 years has ruined me physically and mentally. A steady schedule that includes a regular sleep pattern is a dream of mine, pun not intended. But I'm glad that I recognize this, and I'm working towards leaving the industry for my own health. Please do not be a chef, young people. It ages you at an incredible rate. Working 16 hours straight, then 4 or 5 hours sleep to get up and do it again is a surefire way to think about suicide a lot. I taught my dog to high five me. When I'm upset, he will jump onto my lap and give me a very enthusiastic high five. Ruins my depression every time. No matter how alone or useless I feel, that high five makes me feel connected again. And I realize that, even if I don't feel important at the time, my dog thinks I'm the greatest person in the world. AWW, this is so sweet. For me, cooking a really good meal and having a walk in the sun. But then again, if I have the energy to do these things, I'm on my way to getting better anyway. So if I feel it coming on, I do it ahead of time. I don't wanna brag, but I make a mean bowl of cereal when depressed. Well, hello Mr. Fansipants. For some reason, sad and depressing music makes me less depressed. What's your go-to jams for that? Radiohead for me. Dark and melancholy, yet uplifting and hopeful. Clean your room/house. It's likely one of the only things in the world you have complete control over. Make it look like something out of /r/Oddlicitousfying. Maybe not a total depression crusher, but when I wake up in a bad place, I turn on the lights, force myself out of bed, and turn on music or a podcast. Always seems to keep me out of the deep end. Edit. I don't want this to come off as patronizing or oversimplifying. Obviously lights and a song aren't a cure, and getting out of bed sometimes isn't even possible. For me, depression comes in waves. There are days when even rolling over feels impossible. But when you're capable of doing little things for yourself, it can sometimes make the difference between a bearable day and an unbearable one. Honestly, doing something nice for someone. Tell your parents you love them if you do, lol. Apologize to someone you may have hurt, etc. Edit. Holy moly, I've never had this many upvotes before. Another good thing that's helped me is forcing yourself to go to bed early and get up early. That always has made me feel better, for some reason. Just go do something. Go do everything. My depression is linked to me overthinking, so the best thing I can do is climb a ducking mountain and quit jerking myself off at my computer monitor. I decided to do exactly this last year. Wound up falling down the mountain and unable to climb back the way I fell. I took a path that eventually might lead to civilization. It didn't. It led to a waterfall. I was lost for 6 hours before I found a solid path home. In the dark, without water. Had a lot of good introspection, thinking I might fall further and die. 10/10ths would almost die again. Edit. This happened in winter. The waterfall didn't have water in it at the time. All the water in the area was stagnant or trickling. What do you call a waterfall with no water in it? Slippery cliff. IDK. Taking a shower. Sometimes, just that simple act of getting out of bed starts a snowball effect that helps interrupt a depressive cycle. Also, puppy cuddles. Quick edit. This won't cure depression by any means. It took me years of meds and therapy to help me manage it properly. But, if I feel myself start to slide, this helps me interrupt the cycle that drags me down further. Music. The right song at the right time can work. Studies say that exercising helps alleviate depression. They also say your brain processes familiar TV characters as friends. So I just end up finding myself doing military presses while crying and watching The Office / but separately these tactics do work. Edit. Thank you for the gold, kind stranger. Edit 2. Some of you have asked for a source for proof of your TV friends. This phenomenon is called parasocial interactions and was first described by Horton and Wald / Visual Memory Co. UK / Daniel / document / short / Horton and Wall 1956. HTML in 1956. Lots of newer papers cite them. Enjoy. I didn't know that about the TV characters. Explains why I often want to rewatch my favorite shows when I'm down. Put on a song that gets you going. Then exercise and you'll feel better. I've had days where I cried my weight in tears, got pissed that I was crying so much, and started lifting weights to some solid music. Eventually, I felt better because my muscles were having a good time. Then I cleaned myself up and went for a run. Felt way better when I got back. Exercise is way underappreciated. You'll feel a lot better if you exert your glorious instrument of a body and get it moving. It's difficult sometimes because I'm most often depressed after I get home from work and before I fall asleep. Pissed off and sad for myself, pathetic about the life I've wasted and questioning if I'm still wasting it, etc. And I'm just too tired to work out or go for a run. IDK how to cope with my stress and being disappointed with myself. Music helps sometimes, but mostly I just watch TV and try to fall asleep early. And then I'm more disappointed in myself for never doing anything fun, having hobbies, working just to pay bills, and not getting ahead. No romance or social life. Depression sucks. Remind yourself that your thinking can't be trusted in that moment, that things are better and you're better than how your mind would have you believe. Force yourself into the first step of whatever will distract you or make you feel happy, even if it's a temporary fix, because each next step gets easier as you move. Think about your loved ones and what you can do for them to make their lives happier, and it'll help you to get outside of your head. This is really important. It's actually quite scary how your brain works when you're depressed. I've been feeling really down lately, and my thoughts have become really dark. I've started to think none of my friends really like me, or that I'll die alone, because there's something horribly wrong with me. It's horrible how your own brain tries to poison you. I don't know how many times I've forced myself to hit up my favorite bar for a pint, just to get out of the house, only to run into lots of old solid friends that lifted me right up. Just crossing the threshold can be a huge game changer. Or if you do it enough, you get to know the bartenders and that feels like a nice social connection when you need one. I love eating/drinking at a bar alone with the daytime bartender at my spot. She's a stand-up comedian and the best conversationalist. After landing myself in the hospital for mental health and physical health autoimmune shit, I got a pug. Now I have 4 SQ dogs, and I'm always covered in big and small lumps of unconditional love, and I'm the happiest goddamn person ever. They are 100% the reason I was able to beat depression. Love it so it leaves you. I know this is a joke, but seriously, if I just allow myself to be down in the dumps and embrace it, rather than judge myself for being depressed, it passes way faster. Baby animals? I go dumb for a puppy or 27. Yes, although I'm a little sad, because I'm allergic to ones with fur. I've been depressed for 16 years and the things that helped me the most are programming the ensuing rage and frustration masks the depression lol and my cat, whom I love very much. Clinical psychologist here. The best known treatment approach for depression is behavioral activation. Put simply, BA involves getting out and doing the things you used to enjoy. Try to schedule in activities that give you pleasure and fulfillment. During depression this can be a lot harder than it sounds, so try to plan things out and come up with solutions to any internal or environmental barriers. This is way too late, but it really helped me. You can't think your way out of depression, you have to act. So act. For me, it's forcing yourself to go do something. I do this with little steps. Staying in bed, and then thinking of an outfit. Then my brain goes, if I already planned out an outfit I might as well do my hair to match. Next, if I already put this much effort in I might as well go outside and see someone. Just build stepping stones to draw yourself out. I'm now 2 weeks sober from alcohol, which has really improved my depression. I've found that painting has helped aid with both issues. Dogs. Petting a good boy is always a cure. I currently have a goodish girl on my lap and 2 good boys laying next to me. It's a good life. No one said cleaning yet. I pick up people's leaves in the fall and use them in my gardens. Go pick up an old lady's leaves. Tell her you will rake them, but only if she lets you take them and use them in your gardens. You want a new best friend? That's how you make a new best friend. I can't wait for next Full Mary. Do something that you've been procrastinating for a while. Seeing a health professional and getting it treated. Theme parks every weekend. You walk a ton. You get adrenaline rush. It's social.